I'm going to begin, Arinze, by just saying, firstly, I thought the film was brilliant, and I thought your performance was great. But what was it that initially? I mean, obviously, there's many reasons why you would have been attracted to this project, but what was the main draw for you? What was it that made you think, right, this is one I want to take on?
Well, I mean, the script is a really, really lovely read. It's a page turner. I found it quite thrilling. I found that I was really curious on every page. Intrigued by what was happening, I feel like the first half of the film is a lot of secrets, and I found that it was really well written, structured in that way. And then, it's also a bit of a Trojan horse, isn't it? Because it kind of ushers in these quite meaningful truths, about parenting, about being a mother, about having to surrender, about a person like Cal, for example, who, has done things in the past, and about, making a change in your life, So yeah, it was a number of different levels that I found it quite, a lovely read, and I knew I had to do it.
And I mean, Rachel's brilliant as well. I'm sure it was great collaborating with her. But I remember I met you once on the set of Being Too Long, where you worked with Michaela Cole. And I mean, how much does it help raise your game when you work with actresses of that caliber? I mean, it's because obviously this is a real sort of two-hander, isn't it, with her? And it must be so great when you're on set around presences like that. And obviously, from a UK perspective, obviously Michaela's killing it over here. So that's great to see to her rise too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a joy. I won't lie. I get pretty lucky. With my scene partners. I kind of I must say I have to tap wood. I getting to play opposite Rachel. It was a dream. I was already a big fan. House of Cards, Marvelous Miss Maisel, Marvelous Miss Maisel, which is hilarious, and she's really, really, man, what can I say? She's okay. I feel like we need to really give her flowers right now. She's, to do what she does is on a number of levels ridiculous, because that's a lot of lines, and she carries the entire season, and she's not just being funny, she's being funny, and then she really kind of makes you cry and so on. Anyway, so it was great. Try not to let that intimidate you, when they say action, but it was fun. Yeah, and she's also off camera as well. She's really generous and a loving human being. It was good.
So I wanted to speak to you quickly about, because you're such a big presence on stage. I mean, you played Sam Cooke in One Night in Miami, who is an incredible performance, and he's an incredible. I mean, must have been great just to play Sam Cooke. But as such a big presence in the theatre, who's got so many kind of roots in the theatre, are you quite worried about its future, particularly over here in the UK? Because obviously this year, I mean, so many industries have been affected, but the theatre's been one of the most highest regarded to have been hit by the pandemic. I just wondered if you're, as someone who's sort of so entwined with the industry, if you're quite worried about where it goes from here.
I think, yes, the theatre is suffering right now. It's bleeding out, and it's and I would love to see some more support from our government. There is also a part of me that isn't worrying, because I know that we as humans, we can't do without live performance. we need it to survive. Like, I think we would not thrive if it wasn't there, and there is no way that theatre can kind of lose its beating heart. I think, if anything, when we're back in the theatres next year, when theatres can open up and pack houses again, healthily, I think there's going to be a massive resurgence, and we're going to really understand. We're going to find a brand new love, of live performance and live theatre again.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time, Arinze. It's been great to see you again. Cool. Take care.
Thank you. Good to see you as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey